everybody, welcome to a coding tutorial, which is different because I usually do like really fast typing. It's not actually sped up, like I can actually type that fast. But today we're going to be making this thing, which is like a button, but it's linear. It's like it's like a ghost button, but when you hover over it, it zooms in, and this is going to be done using Jade, because Jade's nice, you know, Jade. And Sass, not CSS, because, you know. So I'm signed in to CodePen. Ignore all this is just like colours and stuff. And project title, let's just say tutorial. If you want to check this out yourself, go to codepen.io, and it'll be in the description, so yeah. Basically what Jade does is it's just like easier to write than HTML, because if I wanted to write, if I just wanted to make a div, all I have to do is dot, and then say it needed to be a class, I could just go dot box, and it would that's the class, and it's a div already, or you know, lol, and that's a div with the, you know, idea of lol. Anyway, so right, we are going to first thing you got to do is actually create the button itself. Just do that by creating a div, and then you want to create the background. Okay, and inside the button, I'm just gonna write. If you want a Jade tutorial, just like put it in the comment. I'm just gonna write tutorial again, and then as you can see, it is very small. Right, so what we want to do first is we'll style the actual button. So that's dot button. And if you're wondering why there's no brackets or anything like that, it's because I'm using SASS. And right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to create the button itself. And so let's just say, I think double width to height, so that'll be 1:2 ratio. Yeah, and since it's a div, it's gonna like automatically float to the left. So what you can do is you can do margin dash left and then auto, and all that does is it's gonna push it over there, and then you do margin dash right colon auto, and it's gonna go to the center because like they collide, whatever, I don't know. But okay, now that's done, I'm just gonna make it so there's a little bit between the title. Yep, so margin top, let's say 30 pixels. Nah, that's way too little. 90. Ah, that looks good. Okay, so now, just for now, we're gonna just give it a background color so we can see it and check that it looks nice. A background dash color of, let's say, blue dash sky. Okay, and problem already, it's way too big. So we need to first just make it look nice, and instead of using width and height, actually we'll use padding, because that usually looks better. No, we can't do that. Width 200 px, padding 8 pixels. Yeah, that looks nice. And we just make it so the actual text is white, and the font dash size is 3em. Bit big. 22. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so it's got a background of blue. That's obviously gonna change. So I'll just comment the background color out, and hopefully, yeah, it's gone. Just takes a while to update. But so we've got this little thing here. Now we're gonna need to make the background. So what we want to do is, what this is saying, because it's SSS. This is, instead of, if this was normal CSS, we'd have to type. So we'd have to type dot button and then comma dot background, and we can still do that. But yeah. But with SAS, all you need to do is SASS. All you need to do is just do that, and what it is, it relies on indentation. So these spaces here, that means it's like a child, I guess, of the button, and then if we make the background like so, what this is saying is any background inside button, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. So then what we want to do is we want to make it so let's just give this a background dash color of a red just for now. We'll make it width 200 pixels, so it's exactly the same, and height, let's say 100 pixels. Okay, so now as you can see, if we just uncomment the background color, it's inside the div, which we don't really want, and yeah, so we need to move it up so it's in with the text. And another cool thing we can do is set its overflow to hidden, which means so anything that's outside of the container but is a child of the container isn't there. So it will cut it off. So say, yeah, whatever. If I just move it up, so its margin top is minus 100 pixels. Try that. Yeah. Okay. And as you can see, it's created the background, which is nice. But if we take overflow hidden off and just set it to none, quick. As you can see, it goes up. So if we set it to hidden, as you can see, it hides. Right. So the way this works is there's a div, and then what we do is we set it so when the mouse enters or hovers over it, then it moves the background in. So the way that we're going to animate this in is we're going to use jQuery, and I've just got jQuery and jQuery UI already in. This is CodePen, by the way, great thing. And so margin top, but in the example that I showed you before, it moved in. It wasn't there already, and then it didn't move out. So what we need to do is we need to make it so when it starts, it's already outside the container. So that'll be margin left, and then 300 pixels, if that makes any sense. And now, so if I turn overflow to none, you can see that it's actually over there somewhere. But that needs to be hidden. Okay, and then so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say when you go onto the button, which we've set up in Jade, when you mouse enter or hover, but I just want to use mouse enter for some reason, then you're gonna call the function. Okay, and you're gonna say that you want to change backgrounds. So you take backgrounds, take background, and you say the .css, and then you open, and then you go inside here. I'm just indenting it like weirdly so you can see clearly, and then you say, because it's margins outside, so you want to bring the margin in. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to set up a transition so it's smooth. And that's going to be for margin dash left, because we moved it with the margin dash left, and let's make it 0.5 seconds, ease dash in dash out, and then we're going to say margin dash left, and then we're now going to say 0 pixels. So now it moves in, which is nice, but there's a problem now in that it doesn't move out. So once you've set up the mouse enter thing, so when you go into it, it comes in. So we want to make it so, because now we've got a problem in that it doesn't go out. So we want to go just before the document ends, and we want to say also when .button is mouse leave, then we also want to, don't know what I'm doing here. And then we want to say function, and then cool, right. So now we're gonna say on the dot background, because we've already edited the CSS up here, we just need to change it back to what it was originally. So that's CSS, and then we need to go margin dash left, and then margin dash left, and then 300 pixels, like we said it before. Okay, so now we can go into it, and it comes in, and it goes out again. I'm not sure what the. It's weird. It's not long enough, right? Let's just make it 300 then. And now it should work fine, and that it does. Okay, so now let's just edit it with it so it's like looks nice. Background, and then I've set up variables, so blue sky, and now it should be a nice kind of blue. You could go in and say when you click on it, it stays or something, or you could even say with the button, it's. I'm not actually going to turn it into a link, but if you turn it into a link, it would look like something like this. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.